Started. Woo! Okay.
We should switch to the other voice channel because this one's voice activated.
Yeah, let's see, what is the other one? Yeah, if you guys want to hang out here to talk among yourselves, I'm going to be in the vanilla SMP one. Okay. So, we are going to be starting shortly. Please take your places. Stopwatch timer. Okay, so we are starting as soon as it rolls over. Boom. 1 hour. 1 hour now underway. Okay. We are changing the game rules. For those of y'all just joining us, which is all of y'all, as the kids say, because we're doing this live, I'm gonna set my audio. I need to switch my audio to not be pushed to talk in the voice chat here. Okay. Voice activity, escape. Great, great, great. Cool. So y'all should be able to hear me in the Discord if you're watching in the Discord. I need to stop sharing my screen in Discord, though. No, I already did that. Great. Fantastic. Everything's working. Everything's working. For those of y'all who don't know, this is part of our parade float build contest series. This current parade is going to be hosted, or is hosted, by Queen Dark Lady's Team Shiny, which is a Firefly-themed outpost. Mr. Hardluck says, who's judging with Joe? It's me, Mr. Hardluck. It's me. You gotta impress me. Yep. We have... Wow, that's a lot of beacons. So here you go. This is your Firefly-style ship. They've got some other kind of Firefly-esque outpost. I don't know if there's a name for the setting other than like Firefly/Serenity. But they got the blue sun here. They got the big old wall. Why can't I see the YouTube chat? Let's fix that. Okay, there we go. Eve's down docks on Persephone in particular. Ah, excellent. And this particular parade, each team that built an outpost here got to pick one holiday for which I would judge or bring in judges for a parade float build contest. Since I was hiring those judges out of my freelance development budget, and I am not working as a freelance developer anymore, for the next few parades, it's probably just going to be me, which I know isn't quite as glamorous. But is it? Oh, is this part of the setup? What is this? Tickets. Is this also like a Firefly thing? I don't know over here. If these are supposed to be like, oh, this is where the rich people live type of thing, or if this is just an incidental nearby build from somebody else on the server. But, okay. Y'all, don't talk about how many viewers people have. It's gonna make the streamers neurotic. Don't do that. Yeah. It's like I've got one person in the Twitch chat commenting on the number of viewers, and I've got one person in the YouTube chat asking why I'm not like on a show. And it's like, okay, I don't need people rolling in here every single day being like, Joe, have you considered being on Strictly Come Dancing? I think you'd be great at it. Joe, why aren't you on Strictly Come Dancing? Did you see there's a new series of Strictly Come Dancing and you're not on it? Why is that? Like, I don't really think I have to. Yeah, we'll let Mr. Hardluck answer that. Mr. Hardluck is available to answer questions like that. Ask Mr. Hardluck why he's not on Strictly Come Dancing. Next problem. Okay. Sir. I'm assuming Mr. Hardluck means more that he is available to answer questions about Yuri's Night, which we haven't even gotten to yet. This is a Yuri's Night themed parade. Yuri's Night is a celebration of Yuri Gagarin's first journey, his first journey into space. J-Ship says, I didn't mean anything about... Well, but what are you trying to accomplish? Like, what am I gonna do? If you're like, Joe, have you thought about pitching for the Yankees? Like, I don't see how that's constructive or helpful. And it's not gonna make the Yankees any more likely to call me up. Like, what do you think? What... I don't know how you think the world works, but... There's a Yuri's Night map, says Queen Dark Lady. Ooh, where is the Yuri's Night map, Queen Dark Lady? I'm really thinking, in the same way that we got rid of the face camera expansions during these streams for the parades, since this is really the Patreon members' night or day, or Yuri's Night or day, and not mine. Oh, hey, there's a Yuri Gagarin. Very classy. But yeah, Quickside says one of those morning shows. Yeah, I'm really thinking that, like, I should just stop acknowledging people in chat who do stuff like this during a Patreon stream and just ban them. Because, like, if I don't recognize their names and they're not members of the Patreon community and they're just rolling in here, like, I shouldn't let them ruin this for the patrons. I need to be a better, more aggressive moderator. So, yay. Okay, but this is very cool, Queen Dark Lady. Very cool indeed. So, let's pull up the Wikipedia article for Yuri's Night, because I don't know if there's a better source. There might be a better source, and we can find it by scrolling to the bottom of the Wikipedia article and seeing who they cite. So that is the actual Yuri's Night Yuri head logo there. Magenta Avocado made the maps. Very cool. Yuri's Night is celebrated every April 12th, starting in 2001. So we are a little bit after Yuri's Night. It's called the World Space Party, as the launch of the first space shuttle mission is also honored, which launched 20 years to the day after Vostok 1 on April 12th, 1981. Oh, yeah, the reason they picked April 12th is because, once again, the first flight of Yuri Gagarin and anybody into space was the Vostok 1 spaceship on April 12th, 1961. So, I'm not sure... let's see. This was created in particular by Loretta Hidalgo Whitesides, George T. Whitesides, and Trish Garner. Loretta is an author on space exploration who was a flight director for a Zero-G corporation. And George Whitesides is an American businessman, Chief Space Officer, and CEO of Virgin Galactic. So, there you go. We're learning a lot. So I've never worked for Virgin Galactic. Has anybody here ever worked for them? Are they a good employer? Welcome, Arrow Awesome. Welcome, Nocturoma. I don't know enough about Virgin Galactic, I guess. I'm realizing. Okay. Mr. Hardluck says, I am almost out of rockets. It's a good thing we are here celebrating a rocket then. But also, Is there an at all except Mr. Hardluck for giving everybody rockets? I don't know. Minecraft give command rocket. Fireworks generator. Okay. Slash give. Let's go with cyan and green. Ooh, no. I'm gonna go with, yeah, explosion colors green. Fade colors cyan. Yeah, I like those. And we'll go with star-shaped. Trail, yes. Flicker. I didn't know there was a flicker option. Lure. Super good rockets. Flight duration 3. Quality name. Yuri's day. Yuri's night. Quantity 64. Target L players. Generate command. Will this fit into the paste buffer? Yay. Those aren't going to show up very well. Slash time set day slash game rule. Do daylight cycle false. Give at a name equals not Mr. Hardluck might work. I'm curious if that would work. It doesn't look like it. Oh, it needs to be slash give. Birch sign? I need to give everybody a birch sign anyway. Oh my gosh, I think that worked! It says it gave it to 10! I think it actually... Oh my gosh, you actually can do give commands where you exclude one person. Okay, I wasn't trying to actually bully you, Mr. Hardluck. So, we're gonna give Mr. Hardluck a birch sign. That was a joke. I was like, oh, it'd be funny if we gave everybody but Mr. Hardluck something. There's no way this'll work. That's wild. That is wild. We're learning so much. Everybody other than me is in survival mode. This is a survival mode parade float build contest. Queen Dark Lady says, whoa, forbidden blocks. So, yeah, I just want to take some time to appreciate. These floats are coming together real quick. We are 12 minutes and 24 seconds into the contest so far, and a lot of these floats are coming in fast. Have I seen the ship on the south end? So let's see, that's east, so that's west, so this is south. Ah, do you mean the one that looks like Serenity? I flew around the outside of it at the beginning. It's very cool, but I didn't actually like look too closely. You got the bridge there. There's no place I can't be since I found serenity. Burn the land and boil the sea. I hate moving inside of buildings in this mode because oh, this is Anara's shuttle. Oh, that's so cool. That's very cool. Yeah, because the shuttles and the shuttle entrances, you go up the stairs. Oh, that's so cool. We got the storage stuff here, the weight bench. The medical bay pod here would be pretty standard. It's like just a module you drop in. Got the little crew quarters. And then you climb up the ladder here. More crew quarters. No worries, Game Bob. Okay, so these are like so those were the guest quarters. I think these are the crew quarters. Yeah, the ladder's down. It's a very cool layout. Yeah, because, like, I guess Wash and Mal and, boy, I'm blanking. I haven't seen Jane. Like, the main crew live close to the bridge. Where's the dining area? Oh, wait. This is the dining area. This is the galley. Or the mess. Okay. Very cool. So then up here is the cockpit. And then, what is the point of this down here? Is that just so that the pilot can see better when he's landing, I'm guessing? Like, there's nothing like, I guess there's like some maintenance engineering access or something. It's been a while since I watched the show or the films. Not sure what that is. Like, is that a restroom? And I have to look at the bridge layout on the show. And then what is this? This is access to the top, which you can only use like, whoops. Uh-oh. What did I do? I don't know what I did. Did one of the beacons turn on? I don't think I turned the beacons on. Did I punch out a beacon? Is that what it... What is that? Construct and place a beacon. I don't think I placed a beacon. You switched it. Oh, I guess I was standing nearby when you turned on a beacon. Okay. Gotcha. So, I guess the only thing... I'm realizing I did not have a good grasp of this ship in 3 dimensions, for one thing. In terms of the engineering, is this engineering back here then, I guess? Yeah, then this is engineering. There's the drive. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Queen Dark Lady and Mr. Hardluck. Wow, this is super amazing. Kaylee's bunk. Does Kaylee she has like an actual... I think she also has quarters. Like, I know she has like a hammock or something in engineering, so she can keep an eye on things, but like, I think she also has quarters up there, if I'm recalling correctly, but it's been so long. This is really cool. Really cool. I'm really impressed. Okay, so like Simon and I want to say Summer Glau's character, which is not 7 of 9. It's oh, I'm blanking on it. River. Yes. That's right. Okay. I'm like, if I think about it long enough, somebody will tell me. And I was right. Woo. I'm getting a tweet from Topmass telling me I need to read my emails. I refuse. Yeah, that cyan and green did not come out as pretty late as I was hoping. Adequate! Okay. Meanwhile, our teams are still hard at work here building space-themed parade floats for Yuri's night. Everyone has been hard at work on these. Wow. We have 40 minutes and 49 seconds remaining. This is not even a third of the way through the time allotted. Folks here love space. It just goes to show. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Arrow Awesome says that's where Adequate went after Season 8 ended. Queen Dark Lady says, I think cyan and yellow might be a better combo for the rockets. I think you might be right. Let me try that. Generate command. Yeah, the yellow definitely looks a lot better. Yay. Okay, very cool. But yeah, the Eaves Down docks is one of the settings from Firefly. We've got an advertisement here for the Blue Sun Corporation on their roof because, you know, when people are flying in, you can get stuff from them. I think Jane had a Blue Sun t-shirt, too, that he would wear a lot. Well, you know, Hard Luck was the one that said... Yeah, Mr. Hardluck says, I think of Blue Sun as the Amazon of this universe. Yeah, I think that's... I think they were probably envisioned as closer to the Walmart. Okay, whatever this one is definitely coming together. Looks like some sort of wrench icon, but it could be anything, really. I feel like my mouse is drifting, or has been drifting too, but I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay. I am so incompetent at getting... I was going to say, when we hit 40 minutes, I'll do a 40-minute warning. But we're not... Oh, no, did I cancel the timer? Okay, it was at 38 minutes, so... 38 minutes were made. Oh, gosh. Why is there even a button to do that? Like, being able to cancel a timer in process from a locked home screen just does not seem like a good design choice. Okay. So now that we've got 38 minutes left, for those of y'all who are waiting for our contestants to build, I'm going to fly up here so we have a good view of as many of the contestants' work as possible. And then, oh yeah, I'm going to post a link to a tweet earlier. Okay, so even though my kid has, like, stayed overnight with family members and stuff before, last night was the first time that she was going to stay overnight at a friend's house. And I've known the parents for years, and so it's like, okay, this is a good first sleepover with friends. We'll see how it goes. You know, made sure the parents had my phone number, and I did not add them to the override for the Do Not Disturb list. And I realized that this morning. I woke up, and I'm like, oh no, I forgot to add them. I hope they didn't call. And I look at my phone, and I've got 182 in the red dot over the green phone icon. And I'm like, oh, no. And then I went in there, and it was all voicemails from my kid's school. Apparently, when they call and leave a voicemail, and I read the transcript, it doesn't clear the voicemail as, like, listened to. And I just hadn't noticed that over several years... I've accumulated 182 quote-unquote unlistened to messages, even though the phone gives me a transcript of the message that I read, and the school also simultaneously emails me a transcript of the message. So I'm gonna figure out how to clear that at some point. I don't know. And then I got a lot of criticism in follow-up tweets. People were asking why I have 52,000 unread emails. So I'll have to investigate that later. That's a good question. It's a mystery to everyone. Oh, we got something going on back here. Let's see who this is. This is Tommy Boy and Mr. Hardluck seem to be building like a shipping container or something. Maybe that you put foam into and then jump in. I'm not sure. It could be anything. Hardluck's just loitering. Okay. Okay. So once again, the theme is Yuri's Night, a celebration of international space efforts. Okay. Somebody in here suggests I've been time skipping my emails. You know what? Let's just go with that. Yeah, let's just go every time I open my email, I yell time skip. And they just accumulate. Oh, this is cool. There's like a... What? I'm not sure what's going on here. Whatever this is really neat. I also like that it reminds me of the Sadako from Ringu. Okay. Queen Dark Lady says, I accidentally flew under Tommy's build. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. Well, now I'm curious about Tommy's build. Just flew with the exploding fireworks, had 3 hearts left. Okay, so... Queen Dark Lady saying... Got stuck between it and the bridge. Oh, yeah, I could see that being an unpleasant experience there, yep. Yep. Okay. 33 minutes remain. We got a lot of progress going on here. A lot of progress. Okay, checking some messages here. Okay. So, let's see what else is going on. We got a lot of building happening for another 31 minutes and 53 seconds. I really don't need the night vision effect. Is there a slash effect clear? Joe Hill says. Cool. There we go. Too many particles. Bye, particles. I do have the Bobby mod set up here, so I actually could fly out further. Preload some of these chunks. So usually on days like these, Mama said there'd be days like these, there'd be days like these. Mama said, Mama said. But usually on the days of these big parade float build contest streams, I'll actually fly around and showcase some of the other parades that we've hosted. Here in the gamers area, they hosted the 2023 Happy New Year parade. Woo! Look at that. We've got. I love the Father Time old frog with the baby New Year tadpoles and the eggs. This is such a brilliant design. We've got all sorts of fun 2023 New Year things from this fantastic parade float setup hosted by the gamers. Over here, this place hasn't hosted a parade quite yet, so we'll be back before you know it. Let's just fly right on through. Do 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 ba da da. Oh, that reminds me. I was supposed to download something that Asuma wanted me to take a look at. Let's start that in the background. Okay, install. Yes. I agree. Okay. Finish. Okay. Getting all the stuff done, running all the things in the background. Woo. Here's the Earth Kingdom coming up. That's where they're going to be hosting the Earth Day Parade. Let me check on the calendar, because I'm so good at keeping track of this stuff when things are. Where is that? As I can't find it. April 23rd. Hey, that's next week. So we'll see y'all back next weekend here in the Earth Kingdom, inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender, for the Earth Day Parade. It's your Earth Day, and we want you to have fun. It's your Earth Day, so let's party, everyone. But yeah, this is... The week after that is Blackwater and the Kentucky Derby. That's correct. We average 12 parades a year, but somehow this particular, this 3-week period, 3 of them are back to back. So, because it's just, that's when the holidays are. The Kentucky Derby is that time. Earth Day is that time. Woo. This is... We're just gonna keep on going. Yeah, so the Kentucky Derby Parade is at Blackwater, April 30th. Oh, over here is where we had our Halloween parade in the Oz area. Do 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 do. Dun, dun, dun. Honestly, I'm like, man, I should have preloaded these chunks for Bobby Mod, so all this stuff would have been in the background, like, while I'm flying around. Because, like, it would actually be really cool to fly up and see all of this, right? If I fly into the middle here... Kindless says, I'm looking forward to not getting disqualified for just doing my own thing. At the Earth Day Parade. Interesting. Oh, that's about the Earth Day Parade in particular. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. we do have our Patreon quarterly meeting later. I don't think the agenda for that one's very busy compared to previous quarterly meetings. At this point, we kind of have most things as figured out as we're going to have them. Kind of like with everything changing as the world opens back up, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, okay, we kind of roughly know what we're doing at this point, and the things that we don't know about, we need more time to gather and gather information and observe anyway. So this will be a pretty chill quarterly meeting. There's no drastic changes to the Discord on the agenda. Nothing really that I'm concerned about. Yeah, we want to get this sculpture loaded in, clearly. It's a pretty cool sculpture. Oh, that tornado looks great in the distance with the... Ellis for Coffee says, what are we doing if we have time? Like, oh, if your build is already finished in the parade, you can sit and quietly enjoy some coffee or whatever. It's up to you. Live the life you want to live. Oh, talk to Tommy. Talking to Tommy. Got it. That's a good move. I like talking to Tommy. I'm actually going to try and have Tommy call into the Monday morning streams more often. Because that's when Tommy works on the, what do you call it? The newsletter. And I was thinking it would be fun to have those questions that Tommy has be brought up in voice chat rather than just like in the Twitch chat. Because like part of the point of the Monday morning streams is to kind of get the week going. And the newsletter is largely about what's going on that week. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, loading all the chunks in. Loading all the chunks in. Here's Blackwater. That's where the Kentucky Derby tournament is, or not tournament, parade float build contest is going to be. Oh, this is an interesting bit of terrain over here. Is that supposed to be like a crashed dragon type thing? I'm very curious about that. Well, either way, let's keep flying around and preloading some chunks so we can get a cool Bobby mod render of where we are with this. Okay. Folks are definitely making progress over there. And we have 22 minutes and 45 seconds remain. Let's see. I haven't bothered posting the tipping link, but I probably should mention we are doing rotational tips if any do come in. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. But I'm not going to hit that drum too hard because this is really more a Patreon-focused event. And so we're just going to fly around here. I want to get like a cool Bobby mod render of all of these amazing areas that everybody worked so hard on. I don't know if that's a good idea to do during the parade, but we do have some time for people to work. Okay. Looks like somebody just logged onto the server for the first time in 2 years, and I'm not sure that they were ever very active. They're definitely somebody who knows what Minecraft is. Uh-oh, they might see me. I'm not being very stealthy. But where's my invisibility potions? Now I'm stealthy. Not really, because I'm still wearing boots and a cape. Nikki says, I can see you. Now we got some drama. Nikki fell in the hole. Okay. Just checking. It's been a while. Okay. Done. Okay, slash TP. I'm very invisible. Okay. Yeah. Bum bum bum. Dun 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 dun. Okay. I'm not sure if this person is still paying for the Patreon though. One more thing to worry about. Patreon.com. I'm not always super aggressive about removing people from the waitlist because sometimes there's issues with credit cards and stuff that get sorted like the next week. And then that's a whole extra hassle. Last charge date 2021. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just checking. Whitelist, remove. Yep. Is Yurgi online right now? Yurgi, can you remove Nikki 1406 from the other SMP servers? Waitlist. Thanks. Yay. Okay. In the meantime, let's come back here. Oh yeah, what was I doing? I was doing the Bobby mod thing to see if we could load chunks in the distance in a cool way. Which, I mean, I know for a fact that we can do, but 15 minutes and 40 seconds remain. Inside you, there are 2 creepers. The one that grows is the one you feed. Okay, so we're gonna... I wonder if I can get high enough up here that this would look decent. Options, video settings, render distance 80. Done. Done, done, done. Welcome to Pancake. Ah, no worries. I will take care of that. I will take care of it on my laptop real quick. Woo. SSH. Do do do. Da 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 da. Give me a really long passphrase. Dee dee dee. Gonna make some noise, so la da 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 do 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 da da. Screen dash R. Everstorm. Dun 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 dun. Da 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 da. Bum bum bum. Exit. SSH other server. Do do do. La da da. Don't want that one. That's the wrong one. Everything is barely competent when you are Joe Hills and you feel overwhelmed. But it's slightly better than completely incompetent if you do it yourself. Da da da. Screen dash R. Toxic. Waitlist remove. 1406. Screen dash R vanillish. Waitlist remove. Helps if you spell whitelist right. Done. Okay, Control A, Control D. Exit to close the terminal. What? The theme of today's contest is space. This is a parade for Yuri's night. Done. Okay. So, it looks like most of the chunks that are going to pop in have popped in. There's some interesting things that look like gaps, but I think that this like blue thing over here, I think that's just an actual ice wall. But yeah, we're actually seeing all the way to the tornado out there. That's pretty wild. Our parade float build contest people have 11 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. I keep looking at this when it's just far enough out that I can't just be like, okay guys, 11 minutes. It's like 11 minutes and 38 seconds. Oh. It's like, and the phone will like, the screen goes black again. I need to get a real timer, like that has like a display that stays on while it's timing. But yeah, 11-minute warning, and then I need to hit that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So, Here we go, we got everyone building parade floats. Da 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 do do do. Oh no! I turned the thing. That threw off the renderer. Yeah, the frame rate on the render is not great. But wow, yeah, oh, you can see all the way to the Earth Kingdom from here. 80 chunks is far enough that you can see to the Earth Kingdom. All the way across there. There's some lighting glitches. How long did they have in total, says Hufflepuff Cookie? This is a 1-hour parade float build contest. So they had 3 months to build these outposts that each will host a 1-hour build contest. And now enjoy my slideshow of flying around. They're in survival, yeah. This is our survival SMP server. And there's outposts surrounding the ancient city chunks here that get reset when I have time to do it. Which it turns out is a terrible system. Any system that's dependent on me having time to do it is a bad system. We're going to figure out something better next year. Because I can definitely set up a script that just deletes the chunks on a 24-hour timer or something like that. Can you set a cron job with random stuff in it? I guess the way to do it would be to have a cron job that runs the script every hour, but every hour you randomly flip a coin or something about whether or not you reset it. But I was gonna say this area over here wasn't loaded in. But yeah, there's a lot more stuff out here that we haven't preloaded. But yeah, look at this. This is wild. All the work that the people on the server have put into these outposts surrounding Valhalla, which is our Deep Space Nine themed ancient city. So I'm gonna turn. Michael Laposada says coughs in server side only mods. Yeah, this is our vanilla server, so that's why I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to do that. Let's turn our view distance back down to something a little bit more reasonable, like 48 chunks. So maybe the game will render better. Seven minutes and 49 seconds remain because I'm bad at noticing when the timer is close to an even minute. Okay. We are making our way back. Okay, we're actually about to be able to say 7-minute warning on the minute. Oh, I think I made a screenshot. Okay, well, we didn't say 7-minute warning at the right time, so we're gonna wait till the 6-minute warning. This is like the hardest game. Trying to look at the clock when it's about to change the minute is not a skill. Like, my brain doesn't do a good job of parsing time. So we are back. There is less than 6.5 minutes left for our parade float build teams. That looks really cool, though. Firefly in the sky. I can. Oh, I missed the 6-minute warning timer. Ah. Part of me wants to just give up and like be like, you know what? We'll just tell them when time is up. But you know what? Maybe we can do a 5-minute warning. I just gotta believe in myself. Gotta find it in my heart to believe that I can look at the clock when there's 5 minutes left. Right now it's at 5 minutes and 24 seconds. I don't know if I can maintain the focus for 17 more seconds. A 5-minute warning. 12 seconds until we need to press enter. Oh, gosh. I just want to close my eyes and go to sleep. Like, my brain is like stop looking at the clock. Like, I feel like it's like one of those hypnosis things where it's like my brain's like, I'm like trying to be stressed out about this so that I'll actually have the adrenaline to keep looking at the clock, but my brain's just like, don't look at the clock. Just close your eyes and just visualize something amazing. Everyone here is visualizing something amazing. Like, look at this. Tommy made a very amazing rectangle out of coal. It probably represents the vastness of space or something. I don't know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. That's an adequate horse. This thing is still a work in progress. But there's... oh, we're about to actually be able to say 4 minutes remain. Look at that. Look at that. I got myself on schedule. Oh, that's a goat horn with a earth. That's interesting. Okay. We over here have some cake popsicles, if I had to guess. Am I still in Visjo? Yeah. Now I'm visible. Bum, 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 boom. Bum, bum, bum. Now I'm not invisible. Ta-da! Lots to see. I'm very curious to hear each team explain what they're working on, what they have completed. Hopefully, make sure you have a sign on the road in front of your float with team members' names. Okay. Ooh, only 2 minutes and 25 seconds remain. This is so chill. Uh-oh. I don't know if I like this. That might be something. Well, it's an observer, though. I don't know. I suspect the redstone there does something. Uh-oh. It's a little terrifying. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay. Oh, boy. How close are we? 1 minute and 25 seconds. So I'm going to start typing out 1 minute warning. Okay. 14, 13, 12, 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2. 1 minute warning. 1 minute warning. Do. I was just like, wow, the chat's really quiet. But the thing is, a lot of the people who would normally be in the chat for the stream are actually in the build contest. So that'll do it. It's like, where is everybody? Watches them directly in front of me. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just stressing them out with the countdown. I really like that Tommy's build has these torches on top of them. I don't know what they mean, but I'm sure that the answer will be really, really illuminating. Illuminating like a torch. Game over. All right, so I am going to proceed to the front of the parade route, and folks can explain. Kindle says typing on several screens is more difficult than reading from several streams. Toriel Face has just got here. What's going on? We're doing a parade float build contest. Everybody just spent 1 hour building parade floats themed around Yuri's Night, an international celebration of human space flight. So, let's see what the sign says here. This is called Space Race by Magenta. Magenta, what are we looking at here?
Hi, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. What are we looking at?
Perfect. So I, as the title suggests, I built a float kind of themed around space race, the race to get to space. We have two rockets kind of spiraling around this big old black box. The one that's getting up to space first has a little map I made of Yuri's face on it. And then inside the float, there is this like a dark room that's got stars to look like space.
Very cool. And just to clarify for people watching at home, this is a survival server. Did I give out a bunch of nether stars at one point during an event, or do you have to go harvest these?
I harvested these. Well, Kindle has harvested most of them.
Gotcha. And you do that by, like, killing a wither, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that's its own whole thing. Very cool.
Thank you.
Very cool. And you're using the invisible item frames for the layering them on the glass there. Very nice. Well, thank you so much, Magenta. Flying around, showcasing the two rockets, including the map art Magenta made. Woo! So we are going to have an entire map art build contest because so many people have been bringing their cool map art to these parade float contests. And I'm like, oh, that's a little out of scope for the judging here. But July 15th, we're going to have a Deep Space Nine map art build contest where people will have had 3 months to make the maps. Pancake says, was the map made in less than 2 hours? No. But that kind of is, that's considered like gathering supplies. So when we have the 1 hour build contest, you show up with all the supplies you're going to use, usually. So, and then you build from there. So it looks like we are up to Kindleus's float here. Kindleus, what are we looking at here?
Good afternoon, Joe. I built a badly made rocket because I wanted to have a complicated allegory to the Russian space program.
Okay.
And then I was asked to make an actual rocket so that Dottie's dog could go into space. So I built that too.
Okay. Are you going to launch that for us?
Yep. Why didn't it work? Oh, I know.
Is that an allegory?
Probably.
Well, that is definitely not something I was expecting to see in our parade float build contest. An actual rocket. Now, because you had to modify it to make it work after time was called, I can't necessarily include the functional element during the judging, but
Well, by the time judging is over, it should be out of the judging area anyways.
it is truly spectacular. What happens when that gets to build height? Does it
It just stops.
It just stops? Okay. So that's just going to be up there. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you so much, Kindleless, for a non-functional rocket here, as well as a functional rocket. Very, very neat. Okay, let's see. It looks like Void is up next. Where's Void at?
I'm up here. Hello.
Hello. What are we looking at here, Void?
Well, when I thought about what to build, first I wanted to build something with a night sky because something like the first float we saw, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work in a float.
Mm-hmm.
So I switched plans and just made a starting rocket, and the white rule is supposed to be like the smoke from it, and then just put a few planets on it and kind of make it look like it could feasibly also be a float in real life. So it has like supports underneath.
Yeah, that
And
is
yeah.
definitely not a priority for all of the judges that come through here, but for me, I love going down to New Orleans and seeing the incredible ingenuity that folks put into building real-world floats. And so, yeah, when I see something like this, it brings me back to the streets of New Orleans, and I really like this. This is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, Void, for sharing.
Thank you.
And let's move on to our next one. There's like a goat horn here. I'm thinking, whose is this? This is Superstone, who says, "Is there any life out there?" Wonders a lonely goat on the goat planet. So, howdy, Superstone.
Hello.
Hello. What do you want to tell us about your float here?
So, to what the sign says, this is an observatory on the goat planet where they have built a telescope which looks like a goat horn because that's the shape they understand.
That's a really clever idea. I like that.
And there's an imaginary goat here. I don't have an actual goat, unfortunately, but they are looking out at Earth and wondering, is there any life out there? Because they don't know.
Hmm. Very, very interesting. Was there a particular reasoning behind like the glass, or what's your thoughts there?
That's representing the walls of the room, so that you can still see in.
Oh, okay. So like this is like the observatory. The inside of the eyepiece is a very cool detail. Yeah, having the skulk block in there. If people want to come look, I know when I look at the Earth after spilling glitter on a parking lot, this is what I see. So, no, it is a really interesting way to do it. Oh, and then you got the glass up here. No, this is really cool. Very cool. Thank you so much, Superstone. And let's see who's next. It is Adequate the horse from season 8. Adequate the horse from season 8. That's right. Adequate the horse. Where's Mahi's 0? There's Mahi's 0. I was going to say, what are we looking at here? I see Hassa 1.
Yes. So in season 8, Tango made Hassa and took Adequate up to the moon to try and save the server from the moon. But Adequate gets left out of a lot of retellings of that story, like the famous animatic by Cursor. So I wanted to make sure that our unsung hero Adequate, who bravely went to the moon and is the first Minecraft horse on the Minecraft moon, got a proper, recognition.
That is very cool and much more mature than how I would handle something like this. If I got annoyed that a horse wasn't in an animatic, I would be like, how hard can it be to make an animatic anyway? And then that would eat like 8 months of my life, and my animatic would not be good. but it would have an adequate horse in it. So this is very cool. I like the horse's sense of motion here.
So the horse statue is a copy of a copy that Superstone originally made.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay.
So he made that for a previous parade on the previous server.
Uh-huh.
And then Dahlia copied it for her Spilly house. And then I copied it and modified it for this.
Interesting. I'm not sure how that helps your originality score, probably not positively, but there is also a long tradition in parade floats of reusing and repurposing structures from previous years. So from a spiritual standpoint, I like it, and I appreciate you citing your sources. So that's probably going to work out well for you on the whole.
And my the card design I use every parade float is Stellar Spiders, of course.
Mm-hmm. I like the TNT labels as well. That's a clever way to do that, with the signs with the blocks there.
Yes, I was actually super thrilled that the end lined up properly. I was not expecting that.
I was not either, and that's probably the single most impressive part of this build is that were you using variable width spaces for these?
I was.
Okay, that is some craftsmanship.
There's 3 spaces between the 2, and then there's 1 space between the 2 and 1.
Okay, very cool, very cool. Luckmanship. Yeah, excellent work across the board here. Adequate the horse, once again, by Mahi's 0. So it looks like we've got one more. We had a question from AoE Dragoon. How did they get reinforced deep slate into that build? So even though this is a survival SMP server, sometimes when people show up for events, I'll give them rare blocks as prizes. And also sometimes I'll hide rare blocks like that in the ancient city chests. So there are ways that people can get access to things they wouldn't normally be able to. That's kind of... Because it's just one of those things, like, if you... I could run this place like a purely vanilla server, where there's nothing like that. But it's just not quite as fun. I don't know. So, yeah, so the parade is in survival mode, but they might be using materials they won at previous events that I gave them in creative. So, anyway, Tommy Boy, whoa, look at this costume.
Thank you. Howdy. This is my float. I just titled it Space because I couldn't think of a better name.
Okay.
I owe largely a lot of help to the wonderful community here who helped me get this float done in time. So thank you to everybody who did help. And I just want to say I am so sorry for this float in advance. So hello, judges, fellow competitors, and viewers of the broadcast. Today we celebrate Yuri's Night, so I'd like to bring you to space. But I can't afford that, so instead please enjoy what I can afford, this adorable float and some out-of-this-world space puns. To start, please enjoy some complimentary pumpkin pies, or as I like to call them, pastries.
Wait,
It's like
space trees?
pastries, but with space.
Hold on.
And now,
Space
if you would,
trees.
please
Well,
follow me into this tunnel.
okay. So, in general, if random strangers invite you into a parade float, you don't want to go. I've known Tommy for a few years, but this is not necessarily behavior I'm looking to model for the youth, okay?
This tunnel is modeled after an iconic shot in 2001, A Space Odyssey.
Mhm.
Thankfully, there's no AI we need to ask to open this door. Oh dear. Actually, I'm afraid I can't do that. So let's just go down this way through the secret scaffolding.
Okay.
And here we have a small model system of our solar system, the Milky Way, of all of our planets. We have Mercury starting over here. And actually, a fun fact about Mercury. Did you know you can't establish a fine dining restaurant on Mercury? It's because it has no atmosphere.
Oh, no.
And next we have Venus. With surface temperatures of about 900 degrees Fahrenheit and crushing air pressure, I'm sure it's a blast. And here we have Earth, our beautiful home. One of my favorite features is all the constellations we can see. I like Orion's belt, though it's a big waste of space. Okay, sorry, that was a mediocre joke. Only 3 stars. And here's Mars. This planet cannot currently support life as we know it, but one day we'll have astronauts on the surface. Luckily, they won't be hungry when they get there because they'll have already had a big launch. I've also included the asteroid belt over here, this little scattered stone blocks. The asteroid belt is if you ever need to get clean in space, because then you can just take a meteor shower. Next, we have Jupiter, our very large friend in the room. The current moon count for Jupiter is 95. How can you tell when the moons have had enough to eat? When they're full. And then here, I like this one a lot. It's Saturn. I honestly think Saturn has the best name in our entire solar system because it has a nice ring to it. Uranus. It's a little too easy to make a joke here because space puns really are the final fun tier. And next we have Neptune. Actually, I think I'm addicted to space jokes. I might need help to overcome it. And that's all of the planets. Oh dear. Oh dear. Don't look at this one over here. I forgot to update Pluto. I just read about it in the obituary. Now, if you follow me here, we have our exit. That is all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed my float, and I'd give you more space puns, but I ran out of time to plan it.
Wow. I don't know how to respond to this. Like, it's kind of like when last parade we had an incredible map as part of one of the floats, and I'm like, maybe we need to have a separate contest just for these. Because this is absolutely nothing like attending a parade, but it's like clearly its own thing. Like having some sort of comedy tour in a literal sense, not where like Tommy goes from Nashville to Chicago to New Orleans, but having something where people build an area and have like 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes. We'd have to figure out the timing to walk us through it and cram in as many jokes as they want. Not necessarily puns. Not necessarily all 3 minutes of puns like that, because I don't know how that would go. My brain is kind of broken right now, Tommy. I feel like you're onto something here though. There's something here where like
It's a float.
yeah, wow. Okay. So I'm just gonna warn you, Tommy. This is not gonna win the parade float build contest. But you might
For
have
clarification, I didn't expect it to. I had an opportunity and I took it.
Yeah, no. This is like the mid-season pitch for a spin-off series. It would be a comedy tour if we let Tommy run it. Oh jeez. You got the chat. You got the chat in here. Yeah, there's something here. The thing I like about this too is unlike the map building contest, which is very labor intensive in game, like to build Minecraft maps just takes a lot of hours, and that's one of the reasons we wanted to showcase the talent and dedication of some of the players here. But the nice thing about this is that like this is the sort of thing where you could build the area that you tore through in a relatively short amount of hours. You obviously want it to be detailed and to support the humor, but you could do a lot of the writing just like, oh, I'm biking to work and I'm thinking about like maybe I could punch up this joke, or oh, what if we added something like this? Like it's more of a mental thing. How long did you spend writing this?
It was mostly just Googling space jokes, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, so you didn't actually write all the jokes yourself. Okay.
Well, I rephrased them to better fit in a cohesive manner.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I mean, you try creating that many space jokes. I did this all like in an hour, plus the hour to build it all here.
No, that's fair. That's fair. But like, I feel like if we gave people like a month or two.
Oh
like,
yeah, no. If I properly planned this, I would have had
if
like,
we properly
1,000%
if we properly
jokes.
plan this, it could be a whole thing. We've got the map build contest in July. Maybe this is something we do for the fall. I don't know. Other people here, would you be interested in doing some sort of like 2 or 3 minute comedy tour of something you built? Okay, maybe this idea is dead on arrival. Everybody's like, I don't want to do it. I'm not that funny. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I'll keep workshopping it. Oh boy. But still, very, very impressive. Very, very impressive, Tommy. Fifth Ellis says it was astronomical work nonetheless. Ellis says, I'll go to as many as Tommy wants to make. Yeah, you know what? This is not...
The real contest is whoever can make it the longest without dying from the bad puns.
Yeah. Maybe just have Tommy build a bunch of things and do multiple 2 to 3 minute...
No, wait. Everyone
just...
builds things, and then I come in, and then I give the jokes for it, based upon what I'm given.
Well, I mean, yeah. That would... That's interesting. I feel like there's almost something to having... Like, you could record this like Taskmaster, where you have multiple people go through the same... You have somebody build the space, and, you know, so for example, like, if you saw, like, on the modded server, like, the Rivendell or the library or whatever, right? You have somebody build the space, and then somebody visits it for the first time and has, like, an hour to write some sort of tour of the space, and then delivers the tour. But, like, then we record them and we play them all back and we see how they compare. I don't know. There's something here. Okay, so this is really holding up our judging time. So to review, we had... let's go back to the very front, because it's easier to read the signs from that way. But thank you again, Tommy, for that incredibly out there submission. It was more out there than Distant Planets, or that dog. Okay, so once again, at the beginning, we had Space Race by Magenta. We had Kindleus's 2 broken rockets, although one of them got fixed later. We had Void's, like, I'm going to use the phrase cake pop planets, because it reminds me of cake pops, but, like, that's a positive thing. I don't know if they have cake pops where you're from, Void, but cake pops are very yummy and colorful, and the way that these are on sticks, just, it evokes a very positive emotional feeling. Once again, then we have the Superstone Goat Horn. Are we alone? Ooh, who knows? We have Mahi's 0 with Adequate the Horse. And then we have Tommy's Space. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to put on a song real quick, fly around, and make my final decisions. I have a pretty good idea of how this is going to go. But let's see. Send me a wave via subspace is 52 seconds. So I think that should be enough.
Send me a wave via subspace. Beam me a message from home. Cast me a hello in hollow. Tell me I'm not all alone. The corridors are narrow and the rations miss the mark as we fly like Xeno's arrow past the sparkles in the dark. I think of home and what I miss is picnics in the park. Though send me away via subspace. Tap me a line or two, because though we grow distantly, relativistically, I'm coming home to you.
That was Send Me a Wave via Subspace, an early song of mine performed in the lounge style by Quinn Hills, a.k.a. Redacted Hills, a.k.a. the artist formerly known as Sean Hills. We're going to teleport Magenta to me real quick. I think that's who died. If somebody else died, then that was really unhelpful. I should... It said somebody fell to their doom, didn't it? Did they not? That was Magenta. Okay. Cool. I banned Magenta by accident. Uh-oh. Send me a wave via subspace. Yeah, no, it's a space-themed song I wrote. Okay. So, here we go. Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of messages from Asuma at the moment. Okay. So, looking at all of these, there are some really, really solid submissions here. I've got to say, I really like Magenta's kind of dueling rockets here. It's very cool. That is going to take our third place spot. Just the way the rockets spiral around what looks like the monolith from 2001 in some ways. Well, it evokes space, but it also evokes kind of fictional ideas about technological progress. It's a great concept through and through. I'm not really factoring in the interior, which is also why Tommy's is definitely not going to win. Because just as a parade float, when I think of what makes a parade float, the interior of the float is very important for the people who are riding on it to have like a place to like grab food and drink or snacks or get out of the sun, but it's not something that the audience of the parade necessarily would get to participate in. Or so if this was somebody grading floats going by, that wouldn't necessarily be included. Tommy Boy says this is what we get for being revolutionary. Yeah. Kindle's rocket is all the way up there. Very cool. Very cool. Once again, though, unfortunately, it wasn't functional within the time limits of the contest. So honorable mention to Kindle's. Kindle's always brings something wild out here to these events. But second place is going to go to Superstone. Woo! I really like the concept of this as a parade float. Like, I could imagine having, like some like clear glass poles or plastic poles or something, or a post holding that up, and like the idea of having the skulk representing the stars in the telescope. That's a cool element. Once again, though, that's not something the people on the sidelines going down the street would necessarily see. But what they would see, though, is this goat horn telescope concept with the flying planet. It's so cool. It is very cool. I like it a lot. Lots of places for people to stand and throw candy and stuff. The glass would make it kind of funny because you'd have to toss candy and beads and stuff over the sides or come over here. But yeah, it's very neat. So second place goes to Superstone. And first place this time is going to go to Void. Because I love the entire construction. It feels like I could just imagine being in the street surrounded by people and seeing this come past and people standing on it and throw in stuff. Like this feels like something that some folks would build in a warehouse and wheel out, and like it just, I don't know, there's just something about it. It captures my imagination. And that's one of the interesting things about space and science fiction is there's some people that are pushing the absolute boundaries of what's possible, and other people are saying like, here's something that we're almost there, right? And like what inspires one individual and what inspires another, it's to each his own. But I'm the one judging this, and as the one judging this, I don't know. I just love it. I just love it so much. It just, on some sort of weird gut visceral level, like there's beauty to space, and there's all this stuff out there, and it's like, yeah, like these planets are not to scale, but nothing in space operates at a scale that our brains operate at. It feels like this is like you could reach out and touch them. They're so much closer here because they're just big and there and like I don't know. This is just a viscerally exciting idea. The way just presenting the planets like this, I really like it. So definitely first place going to Void. Now in the past, I've given out netherite blocks for these awards. Is the server's economy completely trashed with netherite blocks right now? Is that something you still want? Can we have more invisible item frames? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're going to give Magenta Avocado 32 extra invisible item frames. Let me find the command for that. I just had it. Mahi Zero says if I'd won, I would want more of those light blocks. Okay, well, we're going to give Magenta Avocado 32 extra item frames, as well as netherite block 8. So thank you very much, Magenta Avocado. Congrats again on that third place win with the dueling space race. This is, like I said, this is a fantastic monument to human achievement through competition. I absolutely adore it. And I cannot wait to see. I thank you again to Magenta Avocado as well for creating the Yuri's Night logo as a map here. And then to our second place contender, going back over here to Superstone, and we're going to award 48 extra item frames and whoops. Nope, I'm just giving everything to Magenta. Wop, 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 wop. There's no /take command. Boy, okay. Womp womp. Okay, so Superstone. Okay, so now we have to give you more than we just gave Magenta. So 128 invisible item frames to Superstone, as well as yeah, Magenta. Just hold on to those extras I gave you. Now the invisible item frame market's gonna crash. Exactly. Superstone's the hardest to type the name of because the first S is a 5. We're gonna give 16 netherite blocks to Superstone as well, and then to Void, we are going to give. I hope you got room in your inventory, Void. Mercurial Void. We're gonna give Void 256 of these invisible item frames. You can, if those have any trade value on the server at all, you're gonna be set. You're gonna be set for a while. You can trade those for all sorts of stuff. And then we're also gonna give Mercurial Void. Whoops. Some netherite blocks here. 24 netherite blocks. Once again, you don't have to sit on these. You can trade these. Superstone, once Joe gets used to typing your name with a 5, change it to an S. Please don't. Please do not. Please do not. No. Okay. Okay. So once again, thank you to everyone for coming out. I appreciate your patience. I know we started a little bit late. I can't. Whoever has Superstone already claimed it with an S. Sorry to hear that, 5 Uberstone. Once again, congratulations. All of our contestants built something incredible today. Once again, Mahi's 0 with Adequate the Horse. I really like this. It was a tough field, so great job. Tabi, not a good parade float, but a brilliant concept. I don't even know. I don't even know what to do with that, Tabi. It's like a literal black box theater. It's its own thing. Whatever this is not a parade float. but wow, it sure is something. I made it for me. Yeah, Joe Hills might be here to judge, but he's not my audience. Okay, but yeah, Tommy, I absolutely, I'm super impressed with whatever that is. But yeah, Kindless and Mahi's honorable mentions on fantastic floats. This was a tough one. This was a tough one to judge. All great entries except for Tommy's, which was arguably not an entry in this contest, but an entry in something else. It's lodged in my brain now, Tommy, and I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. It's an entry in our hearts. Exactly, Dottie Matrix. It's not an entry in this contest. But yeah, it sure is something. So I had a great time hanging out with y'all. Patreon patrons, just as a reminder, we do have in 20 minutes our quarterly Patreon planning meeting. Well, it's not really a planning meeting. It's our new business meeting. Where Tommy streaming 20 min, says Kindless. Yeah, so I'm not going to be streaming that, so I can focus on the meeting itself. But yeah, once again though, compared to the last 2 or 3 quarterly meetings were pretty heavy. We had a lot of stuff to go through, and I think we did a pretty good job of managing it all. This quarterly meeting though, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the most chill quarterly meeting we've ever had, and I am thrilled we have made it to that point. So don't stress out if you can't stick around, Patreon patrons. Tommy says I'm gonna play lo-fi in the background. Yeah. I love it when we get copyright strikes on our quarterly meetings. But Dottie Matrix says I see no dog up here. Oh yeah, we need to do the game rule. Do daylight cycle true before I go. Oh yeah, let's go visit Dottie Matrix's dog before we wrap up the stream. That is so high up. This is genuinely super impressive. Once again, the misfire on launch docked it some points, but this is otherwise, yeah, this was although I guess now that I'm thinking about it, in a real parade, if you start firing dogs into the sky, they usually, yeah. So maybe it's fine either way. Okay, so cool. This is really cool, Kindless, is my point. Very, very cool. What am I gonna do? I've got to find somebody to raid now. Oh boy. Twitch.tv/directory/following. Gemini Tay is playing Stardew Valley. Gonna raid Gemini Tay. This is my kid's favorite stream. My daughter loves Gemini Tay's Stardew Valley streams. So we're gonna /raid Gemini Tay. Oh, it looks like she is at the fall. Oh, she's got a good Grange array. She's got a prismatic thing there, a chocolate cake, presumably a golden pumpkin, some goat cheese. That's a good Grange box. Okay, let's see how she does. Ooh, a super cucumber. Oh, looks like she's reclaiming her stuff already. She probably won with that array. Let's go raid her. Till next time, y'all. This is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Our raid messages, congrats on the Grange contest.